are definite betas. One is possibly the alpha, and one is possibly, I don't know. I can't figure it. I can't figure it out. So would you get in a litter 2 betas?
Yeah, you could.
You could.
Quite easily.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it depends.
È possibile che di una
Think about the female will have already made or has made the choice on what she wants. So let's say, for instance,
perché lei
female is probably going to be our alpha female.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Femmina alpha.
If we've got an alpha female, what's the characteristic of an alpha female? What's she going to want more than anything? If Isla's our alpha female, she's just come into a strange place. Okay. What is she going to need more than anything else?
Defenders.
Protectors.
Yeah.
So, whereupon normally her pack might be, okay, I now need an alpha male to make decisions on how to protect. She then breeds one of those. Then she thinks, okay, what's my next priority? To protect what we've got. Now your area, as far as she's concerned, might need more protecting than most. She may think, because of the type and nature of the job that I've got to do, my betas are expendable. They are naturally anyway, she may think more so. So rather than having the one beta male here, which she knows she wants, she goes, there's a possibility that that one could be killed, so therefore I need to have another one. And then in here, what I possibly may need then is something that will back them up, which is your numbers.
Yeah.
So she's actually effectively bred what she feels she needs to safeguard herself.
Yeah.
It would be exactly the same principle for us if we went into the wild. If I said to you guys now, we're all going into the wild tomorrow, you would think, if I said, right, you respond to distance.
Il cane risponde meglio con la distanza.
Okay, so as he starts to come in, whatever Ezio thinks is a distance for him, okay, it could be 10 metres, it could be 5 metres.
La distanza what that he feels comfortable
that
with.
he feels he wants the dog into.
Oh, that he wants the dog to come to.
So if this is me and the puppy is the dog, Ezio decides what distance he wants the dog to him.
Tu devi decidere a quale distanza vuoi il cane. So if the dog comes close and Ezio's not happy with it, he needs to back off a little bit.
No, never back off. No. What he does is he begins to defend. We'll show you the defence when
Ezio starts showing the defence. If the dog comes too close.
If the dog comes close to the food, he starts to show the defence. Now it's important, like if this is our fence, if Ezio is coming here, and the dog is still here, okay, then he needs to hold his distance. He needs to walk right up to the fence and then sit. If he stops here and defends his food, even though he's defending the food, which should in theory make him dominant, the dog has been able to stop him at distance. See the way it works? So he needs to move forward and completely ignore the dog.
Even if he's at the fence?
Even if it's at the fence. He's big and he's stiff. He's stiff through his body and he walks directly up to the dog. No matter what the dog does, and stands there. He then defends his food from that distance. To begin with, if the dog is the dog that I think it is, it will stay there and there'll be a conflict between the two through the fence. Eventually, the dog will back away. As it backs away, Ezio will then go down in his dominance. So the dog realises that he's defending distance. Does that make sense? Ezio then stays and mimics eating the food, not necessarily has to eat it, but he's defending it still. Every time the dog comes within a certain distance, let's say here, he starts to defend at exactly the same distance. The dog will then start to respond in exactly the reverse of what he did in the beginning. Now when Ezio comes, the dog will back away and he'll defend that distance, and that's what he's doing. Once that happens, the dog is then changing its mind about him. He's switched roles effectively at that point. Does that make sense? The key things here are that the dog knows the same things as Ezio. So it will try to dominate those distances. Does that make sense? So if the dog continues, when he comes to the fence and he continues to dominate the food, cover it to start off with, which we'll go through, and then the show of vocalization and facial expression, if the dog still comes towards him, it's not respecting him. It's when he does it and the dog stays there, maybe looks away, averts the weaponry, he's then in charge of the dog, and then we can start to move forward.